Information coming in about the People's National Party and the future of it is that Dayton Campbell, Angela Brown Burke, and Peter Bunting will be playing critical roles in the Secretariat and that of the opposition party in Parliament. These persons were Mark Golding's allies as he challenged for the presidency of the People's National Party, and they provided him with adequate support. That took him to victory on November 7th, 2020, and now he is the 6th president of the People's National Party. And now there are spaces up for grabs, not just in the Secretariat, but in the Senate as well. Sources believe that Dr. Dayton Campbell and Dr. Angela Brown Burke are the primary candidates who may take over the positions of General Secretary and that of Chairman of the opposition People's National Party when the National Executive Committee meets on November 29th. These positions will become vacant at that time, as General Secretary Julian Robinson and Chairman Fitzjackson will demit office prior to that. Dr. Dayton Campbell, who is known for being very outspoken and is the former Member of Parliament for Senan Southwestern, who lost his seat to Crystal Lee in the September 3rd parliamentary elections in 2020, is a very close associate of Mark Golding, and he was in full support of the new leader even before he became the president, and they are a part of the Rise United team. In 2019, during that famous Bunting challenge, Mark Golding, who is the freshly elected president of the People's National Party and has recently sworn in as the opposition leader. Dayton Campbell played a critical role in the election of Mark Golding over Lisa Hanna in the recently concluded PNP's presidential elections, which saw Golding being victorious on November 7th. In that race, Mark Golding managed to beat Hanna to occupy the presidential chair previously held by Dr. Peter Phillips. Dr. Peter Phillips led the People's National Party to a 14-49 seat loss to the Jamaica Labour Party in the recently concluded September 3rd parliamentary elections. Later, on September 4th, Dr. Peter Phillips resigned as president of the party. However, he remains as Member of Parliament for St. Andrew East Central, a seat that he won in 1996 and has never lost since. Dr. Angela Brown Burke, the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Southwestern, was Mark Golding's campaign manager during the contest for the presidential post in the People's National Party. Many sources have said that she was the preferred choice to take over from Chairman Fitzjackson, as one has described her as one who would bring more political treasure to the table, and she was seen as a more seasoned insider and a more seasoned fighter for the People's National Party. Anthony Hilton, another of Mark Golding's primary supporters and officials within Mark Golding presidential campaign team, is the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Western, and he has also expressed an interest in becoming the chairman of the PNP. But it is also felt that Angela Brown Burke would pack a harder punch, because she has been very much a warrior from the start. If Angela Brown Burke were to become chairman, she would hold the historic distinction of being the first female to do so. All of these decisions will be made at the National Executive Committee on November 29th, and at these meetings, the membership allows the president to have the people that he would most be comfortable working with close to him. Therefore, these positions appear to be the most urgent for this political organization, and Mark Golding will be choosing those who he can rely on and those who he know will support him during this time of transition, rebuilding, and renovation of the party. The party has been going through a lot of divisiveness and has become fractious over the years, and this has been to their detriment. However, it is time for them to walk hands in hand and rebuild the party. Yesterday, however, information even came out that mentioned that Peter Bunting, who is Mark Golding's closest ally and supporter, would be named a senator by the end of November. These remain unconfirmed, however, that Bunting will also be named the leader of opposition business in the Senate. He may replace Senator Donna Scott Motley, who was an avid supporter of Lisa Hanna's presidential campaign, and also the spokesperson and communication director for Lisa Hanna's campaign team as well. Donna Scott Motley was reappointed by Dr. Phillips to be one of the party's 8 senators after the September 3rd elections. The Senate vacancy, which arose a few weeks before the PNP's presidential election for the post of president, when Norman Horn, who was scheduled to be sworn in October, decided to forego being sworn in because he said that he would have had to resign from the position to allow the new president to select his or her new set of senators, is now up for grabs and is quite vacant because it was declined by Norman Horn. However, as it stands, many believe that Peter Bunting will be taking up that position, if given to him by his very close friend, Mark Golding. It should be noted that then that leaves the way open for him to become the leader of the opposition business in the upper house, as if Golding were not to really believe so much in Donna Scott Motley because of her alignment with Lisa Hanna, then it would be easy for him to replace her in that position. But is that the best decision? Would he be ruffling feathers? Would he be causing issues with the unity mission that he's supposed to be on? He's supposed to be integrating all persons into the party, and it shouldn't be a problem if Donna Scott Motley remained the leader of opposition business in the Senate, if the mission is to incorporate, integrate, and unify the People's National Party. Norman Horn, Donna Scott Motley, and Floyd Morris are among 8 of the senators that were appointed by Dr. Peter Phillips after the September 3rd general elections as opposition senators in the upper house. After becoming president, Mark Golding was appointed opposition leader last week Tuesday on November 10th, and he had his first sitting in the House of Representatives. It is, however, not clear if other senators appointed by Dr. Peter Phillips have offered to resign, as by law they are not compelled to do so. During his campaigning, however, Mark Golding had indicated that he would not be asking any of the senators that were previously appointed by Dr. Peter Phillips to resign. However, we don't know if he will have a change of heart. Political analysts have always insisted that in the spirit of unity, however, and in an attempt to allow the new opposition leader to have a free hand to make a decision about the senators that he would like to have in the upper house, that senators that were previously appointed should offer their resignation and allow the new opposition leader to decline their offer. It also came out that Lisa Hanna had resigned on Friday as treasurer of the party, but that remains unconfirmed by party sources. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. All of these challenges that will arise as the next few days continues, as the PNP tries to put in place a proper secretariat to lead the party into the future. They will need to choose a chairman. They will need to choose a general secretary. They will need to also choose 4 deputy general secretaries. And also, the PNP will need to choose someone to fill that vacant seat in the Senate. And of course, with information coming that Donna Scott Motley may lose her position as leader of opposition business and be replaced by that of Peter Bunting, who could take up that vacant Senate seat in the upper house for the opposition side. He's such a good friend of Mark Golding, and he was so supportive during Mark Golding's presidential campaign. Well, it is only natural, and he is quite qualified and experienced, and he would do a very good job in that position as the next senator to replace the vacant position that was left by Norman Horn. Now, of course, with information coming in that Lisa Hanna may also have resigned, that remains unconfirmed, but it seems like they may also need to find a new treasurer. Now, I'm hoping that they will be well able to do all of this without creating any more issues. And Mark Golding, I'm sure, with his qualities and expertise and qualifications, that he will be able to adequately select all of these persons who will suitably replace and fill these positions that will be left vacant by persons who have either resigned or persons whose terms have come to an end. Of course, leave your comments down below. What do you think of the potential of Donna Scott Motley being replaced by Peter Bunting as the leader of opposition business? And who do you think would replace Lisa Hanna as the treasurer of the party? And also, who do you think will become the new chairman? Will it be Dayton Campbell? Will it be Anthony Hilton? Or will it be the ever vibrant and warrior-like Angela Brown Burke, who has the necessary skill sets and qualifications to take on the challenge of being chairman of the party? And who do you believe will replace Julian Robinson as general secretary? Do you see Dayton Campbell as the next general secretary of the People's National Party? Or do you have someone else in mind? Of course, thanks for watching. Goodbye.